Joto anamjulia kwa upande wa macho, na hiyo kitu kuvuma sana, inaanza kufura, ni uchungu kwake.
Sifanyi kazi, siwezi. Nikifanya kazi damu yangu ni kama sijui inatembea ama nini. Naona nachaba ndio. Hiyo natoa jasho.
Sometimes he can't stop thinking of the worst.
Ile sasa kusaidia kwangu nimepotea. Ile pesa na ile iko shahi iko. Wanasema pesa nyingine yenye iliamua tu kusema katukufu.
Hizi kofia za harpin zinasaidia sana.
Ndio, na unajua hawa madaktari wa China wanazingatia sana kazi zao.
Let's try taking him off, but observe him for 2 hours, and if everything's fine, we can extubate.
Daktari, asante.
You're welcome.
So ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Soine.
Our meeting point was church. So she walks out and I'm walking in. And we walk together. That's the very first time when it's just the two of us walking together.
Car movies.
Yes,
car
movie.
Hey, this guy. But okay, he looks good, so.
Something in me just triggers. I feel a very heavy conviction in me that, you know what, it's time.
At this particular point, I feel like my heart had already softened. By the time he was asking for my number, actually, I was also hoping that he would use the number himself, not just the sister.
Wow. Yeah, now, Mimi, I'm liking you. And I do not want to waste your time. This girl, to date, solidly stands by me. Wow. Solidly.
It's the 10th of January 2026. A warm welcome to the Legends Edition. I'm Marie Yambo. Coming up on the Legends Edition tonight. UDA grassroots elections. President Ruto leads from the front as the ruling party elects its leaders in 20 counties. Celebrations galore. Jubilation spills into the weekend, a day after the release of the 2025 KCSE examination results.
Residents of Siaya County to elect me in 2027 so that the Siaya Manyan dream can be actualized before I officially go out and start canvassing for the seat of Governor of Siaya County.
And the Siaya political showdown, William Odwol announces his bid for the gubernatorial race. Always a pleasure to have you join us. Helping me on the sign language is Lucy Mwaura. Let's begin where President William Ruto participated in his party's grassroots elections, casting his vote at Koilel Primary School, Uasin Gishu County. The polls took place in 20 counties where 20 officials were elected at the polling center level. Addressing UDA members after casting the vote, President Ruto commended all the candidates for stepping forward in numbers far beyond expectations to offer leadership at the grassroots.
The ruling UDA party held grassroots elections for the final 20 counties, an exercise marked by little or no violence across the 12,000 polling stations. Party leader President William Ruto joined party members at Koilel Primary School in Uasin Gishu County in electing officials who will strengthen the party and advance the bottom-up economic transformation agenda at the polling station level.
Wale tunawachagua leo ni watu wa muhimu sana. Sijui kama mnajua hivyo. Wao ndio watatusaidia sasa, watapanga wanachama huku kwa ground. Alafu ndio tutakuja tuangalie ile kazi tumefanya in the last 5 years. Alafu sasa tupange vile tutaelekea uchaguzi na vile sera yetu itakuwa tukielekea kwa uchaguzi.
The head of state exuding confidence the country was heading in the right direction.
Si mnaona harambee ya kulipia watu hospitali imepungua? Ati mko na amani? Harambee imepotea. Ilikuwa inafanywa harambee usiku, inafanywa mchana, inafanywa kwa hoteli, inafanywa kwa kanisa, inafanywa everywhere. Shopping center, kila mahali. Si ndio? Lakini leo tuko na mpango ambayo tumetengeneza kama chama ya UDA tukiungana na Kenya Kwanza.
National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah participated in the exercise, casting his vote at Kikuyu Township Primary School, Kiambu County. Other notable leaders in the UDA party who participated in the polls include Mathera MP Eric Wamombi, Uasin Gishu Governor Jonathan B., Roiro MP Simon King'ara, among others. As UDA members exercised their democratic right, the UDA National Election Board was also on the ground, monitoring the transparency of the exercise. More than 310,000 registered candidates contested for 237,000 grassroots positions across 12,000 polling stations in 20 counties. Gisho Kiwashira, Legends Edition.
The 2025 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education KCSE results have sparked widespread celebrations across secondary schools, with a record 270,715 candidates achieving direct university entry qualifications, which is a mean grade of C+ and above. For some schools, the good news was expected, but for some it came as a pleasant surprise. Kasichana Masha has the details.
In Yambo County, 465 candidates of Kangaroo Boys Secondary School have gotten direct entry to the university, scoring a mean grade of C+ and above. Their sister school, Kangaroo Girls Secondary School, has attained a mean score of 7.8 points, up from 7.2 recorded in 2024.
Our teachers did a good job. They gave their all, they gave their everything. And today we were anticipating that we were really going to record the stellar performance. But we thank God that even we have recorded this improvement.
And schools in Kericho County continue to celebrate good results as Tengecha Girls High School in Bureti Sub-County celebrates an improved performance of 8.5 compared to 8.3 attained in 2024.
When we had A's, 3 A's, which we didn't have last year. We also had several A minuses. And our improvements from 8.3 of 2024 to 8.5 of 2025.
And for for the first time since the introduction of the 844 system, Mau Mau Memorial Girls School in Tana River County has attained a mean grade of C plane in the 2025 national examination results.
Watu wengi walisema ni kitu ambacho hatutaweza kukiachieve 6.5 because the last mean ni 4.7, so ilikuwa ni lazima sisi tujibidiishe zaidi ili tufikie ile ndoto yetu ya kupata hiyo grade.
Over 270,000 candidates scored above C+, securing a direct entry to university, improved from 246,000 candidates in 2024. Kasichana Masha, Legends Edition.
The celebrations continued in Western region, where ladies soccer giants in Nyanza region, that is Nyakach girls, are proving that it's not all play after posting impressive results in the just released KCSE results. The school managed a university transition of 650 students out of the 659 that sat for the national exams last year. The school has also greatly improved its mean score from 7 to 9. Ashola Simon has the report.
Known for its sporting prowess, especially in ladies soccer, Nyakach girls from Kisumu County is proving that sports prowess can go hand in hand with education after it posted impressive results in the just released 2025 KCSE results.
Last year, 2025, we presented 699 candidates, and out of the 699 candidates, we have 690 candidates who scored a grade of C+ and above. So that one translates to 98.6% of the candidates whom we presented.
The school achieved a mean score of 9.09, up from 7.3 achieved last year.
The secret that really made us this proud was the constant touch that the teachers were with the students.
The elated teachers and students were still celebrating a day after the results were released.
Even the 9 candidates who never met the minimum university requirements, all of them had a grade of C plane, which means that they are eligible for diploma courses at the TVET.
The school is famed for producing some of the finest talent that was part of the history-making under-17 junior team that featured at the World Cup in Dominican Republic.
I want to assure you that expect better results. Because last year, we had a target of 8.27, but we managed to get 9.90. The same way, when it comes to taking of students to the university, we had a target of 600 students, but we managed to have 690. So it means that even this year, still expect better performance than what we had last year.
In Vihiga County, Bunyore Girls was also basking in glory after the school managed to score 34 straight A's, 5 of them attaining 24 points out of 24.
95 scoring A-, 151 scoring B+, 112 scoring B, 45 scoring B-, 13 scoring C+.
The school will transition about 99% of its students to the university after only one student failed to get a C+.
The mean grade of the school is 9.81.
At Sigot Girls in Nyakach, Kisumu County, the story was different as teachers and students passively wait for the release of the results. Sigot is among the schools whose results have been withheld, awaiting verification. Achola Simon, Legends Edition, Kisumu County.
Of course, congratulations to all the candidates who passed the exams. Now, President William Ruto has met members of the Siaya County Assembly at the Eldoret State Lodge in Uasin Gishu County in talks aimed at aligning national and county development priorities. The delegation was led by Siaya County Assembly Speaker George Owino Okwode. The meeting focused on harmonizing development programs with the county's priorities and making strategic investments to unlock Siaya's full economic and social potential. During the discussions, the President and the MCAs agreed on the need to accelerate ongoing projects while fast-tracking planned initiatives to ensure timely implementation. Emphasis was placed on delivering tangible and meaningful development outcomes that directly improve the livelihoods of Siaya residents. President Ruto reaffirmed the national government's commitment to working closely with county leadership to ensure development initiatives are well coordinated, impactful, and responsive to the needs of the people.
William, Rice,
Siaya Deputy Governor, that is William Oduol, will square it out with his boss, that is James Orengo, for the Siaya Governor's race in 2027, announcing an interdenominational service at his Hawinga village home, that is in West Alego. Oduol, who has not been in good terms with Orengo for most of the current term, said he will seek the Orange Democratic Movement ODM party ticket.
William Oduol says he has been forced to seek the governorship due to the poor state of affairs in Siaya County.
Today, and I decided that I was going to invite independent churches, small churches across Alego-Usonga constituency, because I needed a spiritual nourishment, needed their blessings before I officially go out and start canvassing for the seat of Governor of Siaya County.
In what may reignite the bitter political rivalry witnessed in the run-up to the 2022 general elections, Oduol is accusing Governor James Orengo of abandoning the ideals that brought the two to power. He said that though the current governor wrote to the office using a manifesto that he, Oduol, developed, the senior council's administration gave the document a wide berth upon taking leadership.
Manifesto that we have in Siaya County was largely my manifesto. I actually developed that manifesto. And unfortunately, that manifesto has not been implemented.
The deputy governor, who survived impeachment by the Siaya County Assembly in 2023, said he will be seeking to actualize the Siaya dream as contained in the manifesto that seeks to make the county great.
I am therefore taking this opportunity and imploring and asking the rest of the citizenry, the rest of the residents of Siaya County, to elect me in 2027 so that the Siaya Manyan dream can be actualized, so that the 9 points agenda, the manifesto that I came up with, can be implemented.
He called on Siaya residents to rally behind his vision and support his candidature. Oduol had sought the ODM ticket in 2022 but lost to Orengo. He then teamed up with Orengo and won the gubernatorial race. The two have not seen eye to eye since. Tilio Marco for Legends Edition.
And 3 people have been burnt beyond recognition after their house was razed down in Kapurgewet village, that is in Belgut sub-county in Kericho County. The cause of the inferno, which is said to have sparked off at around 12 a.m. last night, is yet to be established. Among those killed are an 80-year-old woman, her daughter, a 52-year-old daughter, that is, and a 19-year-old domestic worker. Neighbors and villagers are calling on investigative authorities to get to the bottom of the matter.
A midnight inferno razed down this homestead in Kericho County and took the lives of an 80-year-old woman, a 50-year-old daughter, and a 19-year-old domestic worker. There was little to nothing left to salvage by the time the county fire brigade arrived, leaving eyewitnesses to stare in horror at the ruins the fire left behind.
Tulistukia kitu kama saa 6 ya usiku, tukisikia nduru, na tulipofika tulifanya chochote lakini haikuwezekana. Sasa tunasema pole.
The locals are now seeking answers from the authorities who have been asked to investigate the matter, whose cause is yet to be established.
Tumepata moto ikiwa inaendelea kusimwa. Unfortunately, 3 people who were inside walichomeka na tulipata moja akijaribu kutoka lakini ilisimia akiwa kwa mlango.
The locals are further calling for better emergency response preparedness from the local emergency response teams to avoid any further loss of lives should such an unfortunate incident occur again.
Tunaambia serikali achunguze ndio tuchue kiini cha moto hii, ndio hata sisi watu wenye tumepaki tuweze kuchua ile kiini ilitokea ilikuwa nini.
Isufar reporting for the Legends Edition.
And we take a break on that note. The Legends Edition continues shortly.
Let go of me, you're disgusting.
I lost everything because of you.
But what made you say that?
Well, it's because if we were really friends as you are claiming us to be, then you would have trusted me enough to tell me about your father.
Well, forgive me, but I was feeling desperate then. My mother was threatening to take me away and separate me from Marcelo. And that's something that I can't allow, especially not now that I know that Lucia and Marcelo are getting married.
I understand that you feel hurt.
But if you think that he killed her, I guess you have enough evidence to prove it, right?
Let's say that considering how things are, the imprisonment order is going to be issued tomorrow. Unless something comes up to prove the boy is innocent.
Got the fear of missing out? Want to keep up with all the latest entertainment news and latest celebrity gossip? From the latest rumors to popping events to the newest fashion trends, here is where you get all the tea or juice when it comes to entertainment, and you get it served on time. All that and so much more on Grapevine every single Monday only on KBC Channel 1. Remember, if you did not see it on Grapevine, then it most probably never happened.
Wanasema siku zote wale wa kushiba huonekana kwenye sahani, wengine wakasema sinia, na kwa kweli wale wa kushiba hapa katika shule ya Bookshine tumeuona.
Katika juhudi za kupunguza pengo la kijinsia kwenye elimu, kuna programu nyingi ambazo zimetengwa kando za kuangalia wanawake. Hizo programu zinasau pia kuwa kuna vijana ambao pia wanapitia changamoto sawasawa na za wasichana.
Tajeni wingi wa sentensi hii. Wingi wa sentensi hii. Chifu amemtuza. Chifu amemtuza mtawa.
Chifu amemtunza mtawa.
Maajabu na miujiza.
Oya, mimi nimesepa, watoto tundali kazi, mimi nimesepa.
Thank you for staying with us. We continue with the news where Mutundu Primary School in Murera Ward, that is Yambo County, is the proud recipient of a newly constructed grade 9 classroom courtesy of a charitable real estate solutions firm. The classroom was handed over to the school management by the Finsco Africa Chief Executive Officer, Maura Kogi, who doubles as the primary school's chairperson. Finsco Africa leadership said it identified a gap in the learning institution, which necessitated the building and a handing over of the classroom as a value addition to the society.
Ukiangalia kwa hii shule kuna vitu vingine hakuna. Number one, yes, tumetengeneza hii class. What else are we looking? Serikali tufanyie. Number one, laboratory. Wao hakuna mahali umeona kuna lab hapa. Lakini hawa watoto wana expect kusoma hiyo maneno. So sasa sisi kama board, hiyo kitu inatupatia stress.
We saw a gap
in the society. The children were so much in need, and we decided that we are going to make a change in this community. So by the time we were coming here, the situation for the classes was poor. So the condition was messy. So we decided as Finsco Africa, apart from selling land and selling houses, we also saw it wise that we should come and chip in. We should add value to the society.
Amekuwa hapa chairman, ameangalia ile mashida tuko naye, akaona shida moja, tuko na class ya grade 9 na saizi tuko naye. Kwa sababu nataka kumshukuru kwa hayo.
Mandera County Governor Mohamed Adan Khalif has dismissed claims by some politicians who have accused county governments of misusing funds. The governor instead cautioned against rhetoric that undermines devolution, arguing that such statements risk reversing gains made since the system was introduced. Instead, he called for constructive engagement, accountability, and cooperation between the national and the county leaders.
Speaking at a recognition ceremony for the Mandera County Water Department, Mandera County Governor Mohamed Adan Khalif said the accusations unfairly target devolution while ignoring the broader national picture. He noted that the country has witnessed major scandals at different levels of government in the past without attracting the same level of public outrage or scrutiny.
There are people, for the last, I think, 1 week, there's conversation about the investment in Isli, investment in South Sea, where people are saying this investment, at one point we were told, is looted county government fund money. All the big scandals that happen in this country has nothing to do with the leaders of this region.
Governor Khalif also challenged members of parliament to take a more active role in defending the interests of the public, saying legislators have a constitutional duty to protect public resources and champion equitable development.
MPs yetu, I think ile vipoko mnapata this week, nyinyi tu ndio mlijiletea. The MPs, the senators, they should look for the share of the trillions that is left with the national government.
His remarks come amid renewed national debate on the management of devolved funds and the overall performance of county governments across the country. Jacqueline Masharia for Legends Edition.
Now, police in Meru have arrested a 46-year-old man in connection with the alleged defilement of a Form 3 student in an incident reported to have occurred on the 1st of January 2026. The suspect, one Martin Njoro, is currently being held at the Meru police station. According to Imenti North Sub-County Police Commander Ambrose Chalo, the incident took place at a rental plot in the Makutano area of Meru Township. The suspect allegedly lured the minor to his rented house where the offence is believed to have occurred and paid her 100 shillings after the incident.
She was defiled by a suspect well known to her.
The incident came to light on 8th of January after the victim's mother noticed a change in her daughter's behavior, prompting her to speak out about the ordeal.
The mother, with her village manager, they went to the house of the suspect, and indeed they found him in the house and locked the house from outside, and then called police officers from Kabakia police station.
The victim is currently receiving medical care at the Nairobi Women's Hospital in Meru. Meanwhile, police say investigations are ongoing as the suspect remains in custody pending further action. Parents and guardians have been urged to remain vigilant and take an active role in safeguarding their children, particularly girls, from sexual exploitation. A look at news making headlines in the counties, where a family in Kilifi County is mourning the death of a herdsman who was killed in an elephant attack in Bombe area, Chakama sublocation. Elsewhere, health care workers in Isiolo County who have been on a go-slow and stayed away from duty since last week have been issued with a 24-hour ultimatum to resume work or face disciplinary action. These and more coming up in the County News Roundup.
The deceased, identified as Juma Ali, was grazing his livestock when he was reportedly trampled by elephants believed to have strayed from Savo West National Park. Residents say cases of human-wildlife conflict have been on the rise, a situation they blame on prolonged drought that has forced elephants out of the park in search of food and water.
Huyu mzee ambaye amekufa hapa ama wengine wengi ambao wameaga, hata compensation hazifanywi kwa hakika, ama inachukua muda sana kufanywa. So tunaomba serikali ya Kenya kuwe na compensation ambao itafanyika kulingana na mujibu wa sheria, lakini ikuwe na ya uharaka na isaidie watu.
Elsewhere, healthcare workers in Isiolo County who have been on a go-slow and stayed away from duty since last week have been issued within a 24 hours ultimatum to resume work or face disciplinary action.
Clinical officers ambaye juzi walienda kwa mgomo, na tunawaomba wale madaktari ambaye wanapaswa kuwa kazini na kwa leo hii hawako kazini warudi kazini mara moja. Na saa 6 ikifika na daktari yote ambaye hayuko kazini aisabike kwamba huyo daktari hataki kazi, na sisi hatutakuwa na yeye, tutatafuta wale ambao watafanya kazi.
Meanwhile, the Kenya Union of Domestic Hotels, Educational Institutions, Hospitals and Allied Workers wants the Ministry of Education to introduce a harmonized common bargaining agreement for all non-teaching staff in learning institutions.
We are calling about the Ministry of Education to look at the issue of releasing the competition of all non-teaching staff salaries, terms and conditions, wages, allowances, community allowances, like yesterday, so that the workers can be able to take their children to school.
In Bungoma County, police have destroyed 5,000 liters of illicit brew and cautioned residents against engaging in the production, sale and consumption of the product.
Tumefaulu kushika washukiwa wangapi? 2 ambao tutapeleka kotini wasitakiwe. Na hii operation inaendelea. Na ningependa kutoa onyo kwa wale wote ambao wanapika pombe. Wote wamesikia kutoka kwa ujumbe kwa maredio, ujumbe ya rais, mambo ya pombe ikomeshwe. Na tutakaa chini kungojea wale wote wanapika pombe, tutawanasa. Na tumeanza. Hii ni kuanza tu peke yake na tutaendelea.
Finally, residents of Suba South in Homa Bay County are up in arms accusing the Rural Roads Authority of what they say is poor workmanship in the routine maintenance of Kipasai, Marua, Ogongo Road.
This is the main road that is the economic backbone of this society, because our traders from the neighboring sub-counties, Ndiwa, Suba South, and the larger Homa Bay County use Kipasi market for economic growth of this area. So we are calling upon the relevant authority to come and see for themselves the kind of shoddy work that our contractors are doing.
Case Kimirei for Legends Edition.
Hizi kofia za harpin zinasaidia sana.
Ndio, na unajua hawa madaktari wa China wanazingatia sana kazi zao.
Let's try taking him off, but observe him for 2 hours, and if everything's fine, we can extubate.
Daktari,
You're welcome.
A very good evening to you. My name is Daniel Wahome and welcome to Legends Edition Sport. Kenya's tennis star Angela Okutoi won the women's doubles with Demi Tran of the Netherlands in the ITF World Tennis W35 Round 2 Tour after edging past Alisa Reger and Yufei Ren in today's finals at the Parkland Sports Club. Early on, Okutoi had defeated Egyptian Sandra Samir in a gripping semi-final of the women's singles to set up a rematch final against Italy's Martina Colmenya, who beat Luca Udvardi in the other semi-final.
Okutoi took charge of the match from the opening set, showing confidence and sharp shot making to claim the first set 6-1. The Italian responded with renewed energy in the second set, forcing a tightly contested battle that saw Samir narrowly take it 7-6. With the match level, Okutoi raised her game in the deciding set, dictating play and keeping her opponent on defensive. She wrapped up the finals set 6-1 to secure a space in the championship match.
My plan was to just play my game, trust in my game, and just focus on what I'm capable of and not worrying so much on what she's going to do. And I believe that really worked out, especially the first set and the last set. That set, I kind of I was trying to expect what she's going to do and not really focusing on my tennis or on my game, but I feel like third set and first set, I really played my game.
First week was amazing, this week as well. She gets better each day as the week goes on, so it's been really good. And the crowd as well, we really appreciate Kenyans have come out to support. It's amazing what one athlete can do to a whole sport, and that's what Angela has been doing for us.
The finals would be held tomorrow, with Okutoi looking forward to register a win and bag another title.
And Murang'a Seal moved up to 8th place on the FKF Premier League table following a 2-0 victory over Mathare United in an entertaining encounter played at the Kasarani Annex. Following the win, Murang'a Seal climbed to 8th on the league standings, while Mathare United remained 12th on the table.
Seal took control of the match from the opening whistle, dominating possession and piling pressure on Mathare United in the early stages of the first half.
King John sasa, bado John, nafasi kwake yake!
Their persistence paid off in the 30th minute when Victor Haki broke the deadlock, calmly finding the back of the net to give Murang'a Seal a 1-0 lead, heading to the halftime break.
Michael Masharia, kwake Jackson Mbiaka. Jackson!
The second half saw both sides raise their tempo as Mathare United pushed forward in search of an equalizer, while Murang'a remained disciplined at the back and dangerous on the counter.
Ni disappointing kwa sababu ukiangalia mabao zote mbili tunafungwa ni mabao ambao in the first half striker wetu amechezewa ball, ameshindwa kumiliki mpira, nadhani ilienda mpaka direct mpaka kwa neti. Then ukiangalia pia about tumefungwa pili, pia despite effort yenye tumeweka bado imetoka kwa striker ikaenda mpaka kwa neti.
Nimeridhika na vijana vile wamecheza, ingawaje bado hiyo break tulichukua imefanya vijana wakarudi chini kidogo, but we're still building up and like I said earlier, it's coming.
Despite several attempts from both teams, defenses stood firm for most of the half. As the match edged into the stoppage time, Murang'a Seal sealed the result in a dramatic fashion, scoring a late goal in the 96th minute to secure all 3 points and kept off an impressive performance. Following the win, Murang'a Seal climbed to the 8th position on the league standings, while Mathare United remained 12th on the table. In other Premier League results, Bandari FC produced a late surge to defeat Kakamega Homeboys 2-1, scoring twice in added time to snatch a dramatic win. Elsewhere, APS Bomet and Mara Sugar settled for a 1-1 draw in a closely contested match in the Green Stadium in Kericho.
Kibra soccer women were given a walkover against Kispet Queens, who forfeited today's FKF Women's Premier League match to give their opponents 2 goals. Zitex Sparks, on the other hand, hosted Kayole Starlets at their campus in Mangu, where they won 2-0 thanks to Faith Muli's double. She scored in both halves, starting with the first in the 14th minute before she brought matters to an end with a second in the 58th minute. Zitex are currently 5th on the log with 18 points, while Kayole Starlets are 6th, 2 points adrift. And the 10-kilometer road race world record holder Agnes Jebet Ngetich won her first individual cross-country title after obliterating the field in the senior women's race to win gold during the 46th edition held early this evening in Tallahassee, Florida, in the United States. The World Half Marathon silver medalist Daniel Simiyu Ebenyo finished third in the senior men's race, won as Team Kenya won all the medals in the men's under-20 race, with their female counterparts and mixed relay teams missing out on individual podium places.
She wanted to compete here in front of a home crowd instead, and she will face perhaps the favourite.
Agnes Ngetich was in a class of her own, outpacing all her opponents to run the final 2 laps alone, way ahead of the rest, eventually winning gold in the senior women's race. She was too fast for the chasing pack, eventually overtaking the last athletes in the race, and stormed to the gold ahead of Uganda's Joy Cheptoyek and Ethiopian Senayet Getachew, who settled for the silver and bronze, almost a minute behind Ngetich. The Kenyan team finished second in the team standings.
Agnes Tirop, Helen Abiri and Beatrice Chabat. Agnes Ngetich is the 2026 World Cross Country Champion.
Daniel Simiyu Ebenyo missed out on the gold medal as he finished third in the senior men's race, as Kenya continued to search for a first individual gold medal since Geoffrey Kamworor won back in 2017. Ebenyo finished behind second-placed Berihu Aregawi of Ethiopia, who won silver, and champion Jacob Kiplimo of Uganda. Kenya finished second in the team standings.
Joins some tremendous names and becoming a 3-time champion here in the senior competition. 3 consecutive titles for Jacob Kiplimo. He dominates when it comes to cross-country global podium. A very tired Daniel Ebenyo is going to hold on for the bronze medal.
The Kenyan men under-20 team displayed a dominant performance in the waters, through the mud and over the barriers, to clinch the top 4 positions in the 8-kilometer race. Led by Franklin Kibet, the Kenyan team crossed the line, with Kibet taking gold, Emmanuel Kiprono silver, Kipto Alamisi the bronze, and Andrew Kipto coming in 4th. They also won the team title.
Most touted, got the best accolades, but at the moment the form book going with that at the Kenyan trials for this event. Kiprono skipped through the mud here, sticking to the left-hand side of the course, taking the shortest line. The title is going to stay with Kenya for the 3rd consecutive year, but we're going to see a spring. There's going to be Franklin Kibet getting the better of his teammate Emmanuel Kiprono. is it? They're going all the way to the line. Franklin Kabat turns the table on his domestic rival, reversing the result from the Kenyan Championships, the trials for this event, but they will be delighted. 1, 2, 3.
Their lady counterparts did not do as well, missing out on the podium as Cynthia Chepkirui finished 4th behind champion Marta Alemayo, Wosane Asefa and Uganda's Charity Cherop, who was 2nd and 3rd respectively. The Kenyan under-20 ladies were 2nd in the team standings.
Is the goal. It's going to go to Marta Alemayo of Ethiopia. She's going to become the 4th ever back-to-back champion, joining the likes of Gensebi Dababa, Faith Kipyegon, Tessenbet Gide.
The conditions did not favour the Kenyan mixed relay team as they slumped also to a 4th finish behind 3rd-placed Ethiopia. Australia and France took the top 2 positions respectively.
Opening race of the 2026 World Athletics Cross Country Championships, and that smile is something we've seen a lot of in the last couple of years. Maybe not that far from the finish line, but today Australia and Jessica Hull are champions in the mixed relay.
Buckley Feather, Legends Edition Sports.
The Kenya Volleyball Federation, the KVF, has released the 2026 Kenya Cup pools for both men and women, with the 2nd edition of the tournament set to serve off from the 15th to the 18th of this month at the Nyayo National Stadium. KCB women and GSU men will be defending their titles, with Bunga FC also in action for the first time. Today's draw was also graced by the government spokesperson, Dr. Isaac Moura.
Kenya Cup women reigning champions KCB have been drawn in Pool A alongside DCI, Nairobi Prisons and A+ VC. Pool B pits Kenya Pipeline alongside Kenya Prisons, KDF and Post Bank. The men's pool has seen reigning champions GSU drawn in Pool A alongside the Beast and Prisons Nairobi. Pool B has KDF, Eldowas, Chema and Trailblazers, while Pool C brings together KPA, Kapu, EP and Bunge. Pool D will see Prisons Kenya, Equity Bank, Kenya Navy and NYS battle for top honors. Kenya Volleyball Federation President confirmed that negotiations with the various sponsors of the tournament are at an advanced stage.
And last year was like a trial. We wanted to find out if we could find something to complement and supplement the National League and the national circuit of tournaments that we have. So we came out with a unique tournament that can bring together both the senior teams and the junior teams.
We are going to see a nurturing and a revival of talent. People wanting to do more volleyball than other sports, so that you can fill in the lower ranks for the future stars that you also that you are going to mentor, who can then go and become the legends after learning from people like Kisaka.
During the previous edition held last year, KCB women's team won the title with a dominant victory over Kenya Pipeline of 25-16, 25-19, 25-22 sets. The men's title was won by GSU, who overcame Kenya Defence Forces in a thrilling 5-set final, which they won by 3 sets to 2. Frederick Moki for Legends Edition.
Now, 10 Kenyan men and women's volleyball clubs will feature in the CAVB Zone 5 Club Championship, which Kenya will host from the 14th to the 21st of March this year. The Kenya Volleyball Federation President Charles Nyaberi says preparations towards the championship have begun and will be a precursor to the Africa Women's Cup of Nations, which will also be hosted in Kenya. The CAVB Zone 5 Championship will be a 9-day competition featuring the top 4 teams from 12 member federations of the CAVB zone, which include Kenya, Burundi, Eritrea, Djibouti, Sudan, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, Somalia and Egypt.
And we're expecting top teams from the 12 countries in the Zone 5, all the way from Egypt, coming down through Sudan, Eritrea, all the way down to Tanzania and Rwanda and Burundi. There are 12 countries to be represented, and Kenya will be represented by 5 men teams and 5 women teams. We are trying to struggle to see if we can get a 6th team for each gender.
Duncan Kivuitu successfully defended his mini golf tournament title by carding an exceptional 46 table 4 points to emerge the overall winner at the current country club. Alex Gachanja and Mary Mbataru won the men's and women's titles respectively.
And Kivuitu, playing off handicap 18, improved on his previous winning mark of 43 Stableford points, navigating the course with precision to secure the top spot in a tightly contested minute golf tournament at Karen Country Club.
The game was fairly good. I had very good company. The immediate former captain of the club, former captain of Royal Nairobi Golf Club, and the director of the club. So it was a very enjoyable game. The gentlemen are good. And everything was working very well.
Alex Gashanja pushed the champion to the wire, finishing as the winner in the men's category with 45 Stableford points, ahead of Eric Kinuthia, who was second with 42 points, while Renato de Souza took home the third place prize with 40 Stableford points. In the ladies category, Muthaiga Golf Club's Mary Mbataru delivered a commanding performance to win the ladies title with a score of 40 Stableford points, beating Faith Masharia, who finished second with 38 points.
Minet is known by our clients as solution providers, and we're really investing a lot to make sure that even our staff in the office are able to give our clients good advice, tailor good solutions, and also make sure that whatever we are selling to our clients speak to the risks that they are faced with.
The industry winner category saw Felix Ocheng claim top honors with 40 points, narrowly beating Anthony Kiragu, who finished with 39 points. Joe Onsando showcased his talent to win the staff prize with an impressive 44 Stableford points. Ken Mwangi edged Raj Shah to win the guest top prize, while Tobias Gitonga and Tony Njuguna won the first and second nines respectively.
And the team of Amazon Kireu, Monica Ngige, Ustin Sosion, Julius Mayani, and Kiprono Rotich won the Ekiden running competition held in Nyahururu. The team won the event after clocking 1 hour, 1 minute, 23 seconds, pocketing 30,000 shillings in prize money. The team of Duncan Wawero, Moses Keremi, Stephen Maina, Francis Waiwa, and Jacinta Nyokabi finished second, while the team of Pius Karanja, George Kemodo, Alfred Kemathi, and Martin Karoki and Susan Wanjiko settled for third position. A total of 17 teams took part in the event. Ekiden Racing is an annual road running relay which is very popular in Japan.
I held Ekiden event Nyahururu in Kenya because I want to share Ekiden culture in the Kenya because I want to connect Kenya and Japan more stronger through Ekiden.
Tutaendelea kuifanya kila mwaka mpaka tuifanye iwe a national event katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Sababu ya Ekiden ni walianza kwao kusherehekea wakati nchi yao ilipata uhuru.
We want to discuss something that is very, very key to all of us. Hope, purpose, and having a career that definitely fulfills you and that is one of your dreams.
Networking is simply making friends not with a selfish motive. It's making friends where you're also giving.
So how important is self-awareness when you're choosing your career, and for those who are struggling?
If you don't know who you are, what you want out of life, what you enjoy, what are your non-negotiables, then you are going to end up in the wrong spaces.
Welcome back. The Super Eagles of Nigeria through to the semi-finals of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations after a 2-0 win over the Desert Warriors of Algeria, thanks to Victor Osimhen and Akol Adams' goals in the quarter-final clash in Marrakesh. Morocco roared past Cameroon with a convincing 2-0 win last night, while at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat to secure the place in the semis. So did the Lions of Teranga from Senegal, who beat Mali by a 1-0 in their quarter-final clash in Tangier.
To the bench today with the anthems are sung. There's plenty of pride.
Hosts Morocco marched confidently into the semi-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON 2025 after a commanding 2-0 victory over Cameroon. Goals in either half from Brahim Diaz and Ismail Saibari sealed a memorable triumph for the Atlas Lions at the Prince Mouli Abdullah Stadium.
Half a dozen corners already. The header, and it's good. Morocco lead. Ozuli. Fighting ball, back post. Saibari drills it home for 2.
Meanwhile, Senegal booked their place in the semi-finals after edging Mali 1-0 in a tense quarter-final clash at the Grand Stade de Tanger. The breakthrough came in the 27th minute when Iliman Ndiaye capitalized on a goalkeeping error from Mali's Djigui Diarra inside the penalty box.
Can't get this back into the danger zone. Diarra slips it and Ndiaye scores.
Frederick Moki for Legends edition.
Now, meanwhile, Kenyan football fans, including members of the media, got a chance to watch 2 quarter-final Africa Cup Nations matches, courtesy of Techno last night in Nairobi. The event featured live screenings of 2 high-stakes quarter-final clashes pitting Mali versus Senegal and host nation Morocco against Cameroon, set in a vibrant and engaging atmosphere that celebrated African football, culture and shared fan base. As AFCON continued to dominate screens and conversations across Africa, Techno used the quarterfinal stage for fan engagement to demonstrate how smartphones can enhance the football experience.
Finally delivered, and a man who's done so continually throughout this tournament does so again. Brahim Diaz has 5 in 5, the tournament's leading scorer.
The main reason we are promoting or supporting AFCON and football is because we are the official partners for AFCON 2025 and 2027. As much as Kenya, we didn't make it to the 2025 one, we are still proud of the moments that the rest of the African teams are doing. And we are here to support it until the end, until 2027. And just to mention something, in addition to what we are doing in terms of watching and bringing the game to the global, to Kenyans, we are also working on building 100 sports ground, or renovating rather 100 pitches, football pitches across Africa as one of the promise that we made to the African society or the African community that we are going to support football.
And the FA Cup holders Crystal Palace were knocked out of the contest by non-league Macclesfield, who produced the greatest shock in the FA Cup history. They call it the magic of the FA Cup, with a 2-1 victory in the 3rd round. Dawson netted the first goal for Macclesfield in the 43rd minute before Buckley Ricketts added a second in the 60th minute. Crystal Palace scored a consolation goal in the dying minutes of the game to make it 2-1. In other results, Manchester City hammered Exeter City by 10 goals to 1. Southampton eliminated Doncaster Rovers by 3 goals to 2. Leicester City beat Cheltenham Town by 2 goals to 0 as Wolves thrashed Shrewsbury Town 6-1. Sunderland beat Everton 3-0 on post-match penalties as Fulham beat Middlesbrough by 3 goals to 1. And that's the sport for tonight. And, now, one more game, and this is Egypt versus Cote d'Ivoire. Always a big game at the Africa Cup of Nations. But I'll tell you this, tomorrow is Sunday, 11:30 a.m. If you've got nothing to do, I can tell you where you can go and do it. Go do it at the Parkland Sports Club, because that's where Angela Okutoi is going to be playing in the final of week 2 of the ITF W35 tour, and she's going to be playing against Martina Colmegna of Italy. She played against her last week on Sunday and won. Tomorrow from noon, it's the same matchup for week 2. And remember that already, that Angela Okutoi has the doubles title. She won it last week. She won it today. Tomorrow, it's the singles. Let's see her do a double as she gathers points to make sure that she qualifies for the Los Angeles Games of 2028. My name is Daniel Wahome. Have a good one. Over to you, Marie.
Thank you, Daniel Wahome. Daniel, already have our Sunday lined up for us, so don't miss out to watch Angela Okutoi there playing tennis against opponent tomorrow Sunday, as Wahome has said, at 11:30. But the sports updates brings us to the end of the Legends edition tonight. Thank you for watching. My name is Maria. Helping us on the sign language interpretation tonight was Lucy Maura. Stay safe. Good night.
Imekamilika. 2026 tunaingia na matarajio mema ya kumiliki shamba, nyumba, magari na zawadi zingine nyingi kupitia usaidizi na kucheza kwako. Familia yote ya Tushinde tunawatakia kila laheri, na mwaka huu uwe mwaka wako wa baraka, bahati, afya njema na mafanikio. Happy New Year.
Dial star 419 hash option 1 ucheze tushinde lucky box. Pia wewe wangukie hapo. Mwaka bado mdogo na tunaipeleka mdogo mdogo, na niko na watatu hapa ndani. Bro, nipatie salamu. Jina nani?
Manuel Langat.
Kutoka area gani?
Natoka upande wa Nakuru.
Madam, jina ni nani msupa?
Felista Mwaya.
Kutoka area gani?
Ongata Rongai.
Ongata Rongai. Yeah. Kazi anafanya gani Felista?
Mimi hufanya vibarua yake.
Felista, iko kitu mzuri hapo ndani. Naamini pia unaweza kaangukia. Januari na biashara. Aha, mwingine huyu nani huyu?
Faith Mwende.
Faith Mwende. Kutoka area gani?
Kutoka Pipeline.
Faith, Felicitas na Langat. Hapa ndani nimeweka dawa ya homa, dawa yako. Hapa ndani iko 10,000 Kenyan shillings taslim, iko 20,000 Kenyan shillings ya rent, na sio kwa sanduku moja, sanduku mbili. Iko 30,000 Kenyan shillings ya school fees, iko 40,000 Kenyan shillings